Hello, good evening. Alright, I'm going to continue with this cartoon render pipeline. I think I'm almost done with how I want it to be. There's like just a few more things with the lighting I want to do. And then I have to fix up some stuff from the post-processing, but then it'll be done in everything I've planned to do so far, at least. So right now I'm making a editor that'll customize these values. I just did this past hour or so. It loads in the values from the shader file and lets you edit them in an editor so that you don't need to go into the shader file, because these actually affect the lighting quite significantly. So now I just need to code the apply part, basically do the opposite of what we do here. Instead of reading, go through and apply it. Do I want to apply the toggle right here? I'm just thinking. I'll need to check if the state does not equal. And this will actually only work properly if the states are aligned. So I'm actually thinking right here, if it can't find any of these, then I actually back out and set this to null. I guess I might just try changing the value to begin. So this gives us the current substring value. So what we do shader equals shader.substring, so we're at f-index plus then we put out the value. I don't know if I'd want to encode that to some fixed length. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's a shader. And then end index. There we go. So that'll insert the value. So let me think about doing toggled. I'm just going to rely on this being aligned. So we're checking if these are different here, and then we can add that toggle. Hey, thanks for the follow. IX, unavailable IX. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? This might cause errors. I'm not sure if this is gonna... I might need to do +1 on the index here. We'll check and see. So I'm making a Unity editor to automatically change these shader configs so that you don't need to go into the shader to do it. So let's see if this works. Do I hear a Canadian accent? You do. Oh, I didn't save the file. Ah, yes, the most important part. Nice. Seems to have... wait, I didn't apply the thing I was testing, but it seems to have worked. I think I want to add dot equals to the end like that. I actually need to check as well, what is separator? I'm worried that it includes punctuation, including dots. Oh, it means like white space characters and stuff. LF, FF, CR. Alright, let me look at including a dot in the float to string. Always include decimal. Like in the shader, I want it to, it sometimes thinks it's an integer if you don't include a decimal. Aha. Two-string decimal separator.
Try something. I actually think I partially understand how to do this. Two-string number. Variable number on both sides. Nope. What about 0? Oh yeah, and I need to have it automatically apply changes to the file. So I think I need to do asset importer. Wait, is there not an import asset? Wait. Oh, asset database import. Invalid asset database path. Use path relative to project folder. That makes it a lot more complicated. Oh nice, it worked though. I think, maybe. Why does the screen flash gray for reloading? I wonder. So what if I do 100.1235? Does that work? It cuts off the 3.5. That's exactly what I was worried about. Specifiers. So I think C means currency, E is exponent, alright, well, I guess I'm just going to be writing this manually. Whatever. How do I do this? How do I convert this to a relative path? C# convert path to relative. Get relative path. See, this is one of the reasons I love C#. Is there are so many just little utility functions like this. Oh my god. It isn't in this version. It came out in .NET 5 and Unity only has .NET 4. That's so funny after me just saying how much I love C#. Boy. I guess I'm gonna have to manually convert it to relative. Very annoying. Substring index of application data path. I'm gonna output this to the console as well to see what this exact path is. Valid asset database path. That's weird, it has two directory separator characters. Why does it have two directory separator characters? The application data path. That's not good. Failed to load. One, two, three, five? Did I type that wrong? Or did it... I might have typed that wrong, I'm not sure. Okay, so I just realized I don't even need to do index of. I can just do application.datapath.length. Database. Oh man, so close. 1, 2, 3, 5. Why did it do 1, 2, 3, 5 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is it? Why is it rounding? Let me look this up. C# float to string is rounding. I'm actually super curious. If I remove any of this to string, does it do rounding? Oh yeah. I'll fix this and do substring +1. Cartoon render pipeline.cg include does not exist. What? Why is it rounding? 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh my god, it's rounding. Why does it get rounded? Is this Unity rounding it? Unity stop float field from rounding. That's crazy. There's no way it automatically rounds floats. I wonder why is this getting rounded? Is it getting rounded because of the float field? Is there like a float field option I'm missing? Is it getting rounded because the label field isn't... the input field isn't big enough to support bigger values? Yeah. It keeps rounding it. Why would they round floats in the editor? I guess it's actually just floating point precision. Yep, I guess that's floating point precision. Alright. Today we learned how shitty floats are. Unity import asset can't find asset does not exist. Assets. So I need to not just go back this, I need to go back. So assuming that the assets full, wait. So I need to do substring, wait. Asset should already be here, so do I just need to like subtract by the length of assets so that I get that included in the path? Ah, very close. Very close. 2 characters off. So hopefully it'll work now. Yes! Okay, here we go. So now we can set this from here it automatically re-imports it. Shader error, undeclared identifier. No. Oh, yeah, it messed up. It messed up. Oh man, it really messed up. So I'm gonna copy and paste all of this just in case it gets destroyed one of these next times I run this. So there, now we have flat shading. Why is it opening this file when I select the CG include? That doesn't make sense. Alright. Okay, so what's the bug here? It's something with this toggling. Let's think about this. So T index is the index where the slash or new line will be. So this is true when toggled does not equal the current state of the actual shader option. So when we need to change it. So then if it's toggled on, it's currently toggled off, which means it has slash slash. So this is actually supposed to be -1. Goes to the end of that, and then we start this at T index +1, which is the current beginning of this define, or it should be. So then here we do shader index to T index +1, and then T-index +1. Okay. Can we fix these? No, apparently it's not going to automatically fix these new line issues, so whatever. I think it's because I have different new line values here. I should just open this back up in Visual Studio and put the new lines there. I don't even know where the broken new lines are, so I'll just edit them all there. Okay, I'm so confused. Inconsistent line endings. But it doesn't actually say where the inconsistent line endings are. There's an option here in Visual Studio, make all line endings the same. This is so weird. So is it just like not updating and it's actually changed?
It's not updating. That's so weird. I hate how Unity doesn't update the console sometimes. Maybe clear on build is what I'm looking for. Alright, so let's see if this toggles it correctly now. So it did not correctly it's not correctly loading it either right now. Oh, it put / right there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, this is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. So I don't need to just go back name. I need to go back the define. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. / right here? What is it doing? Config.name. Index of config.name. Oh my god, I'm doing this completely wrong. I'm already at the index of the name, so I actually just need to go back by the define, which is like 8. Let me check. Yep. Unexpected end of line. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 9 instead of 8. There we go. Unexpected float constant. Oh! Why did it put that 4 right there? Config.name length. So it parsed it correct. It must be something about writing the value here. Oh, it's because this shader this modifies the index. Oh. I think I'm just gonna edit this in try to deal with editing this in Visual Studio. I wanna, because having the different line endings is horrible. But the issue is it doesn't remember my tab settings. So I think I actually need to add a file extension here. Let's just enter the extension, but script editor, source code, Visual C++. Now the tabbing is set to smart on here, so let's check this out. It doesn't look like it's working. No, it's not working. Oh my god. Let's try it again. Oh my god. It's working. It has the right tab indenting. Okay, if this works when I restart Visual Studio, it's actually going to be huge. Alright, so I think I'll do this afterwards because this can be toggled without breaking that. Beauty. Okay. Okay, I'm very happy with this. So this makes it very easy for me to just add new options. I can just add new defines here, and then I can register them in this array, and it'll just automatically let me configure them. Very, very happy with that system. Alright, I think, I'm just thinking. Yep, I think I'm ready to do sphere lights. So we're going to need to encode the sphere lights here. So I'm gonna need to like set out a structure. W, color XYZ. Is there anything else I need besides the radius? I guess I could do like attenuation scale or something. Something I'm forgetting. Position, radius, color. All right. So I said there was going to be 16 sphere lights. That might be too much. That would be 32 entries in this array. That might actually not be too much. Nah, I feel like 16 is good. So 13 to, well, so there's 32, so 13 plus 32, 44. Alright, so now let's make a sphere light class. Should I just take the radius from the scale? I feel like that makes the most sense. If the position is coming from the transform, it seems to make sense for the radius to come from it. And then scaling up the transform will actually change the radius. And then we need a static list to track all of the lights in the scene. One of the things I actually haven't decided on is, since there's only going to be 16 lights available in the shader, do I want to sort the lights per camera? Or do I want to sort the lights just for the main camera and then use that for all the cameras? Because it's actually interesting. Both ways are right depending on what you're going for. If you are doing like a whole giant scene where you actually need like multiple player perspectives, you'd actually want like some players to get the proper lighting of like certain rooms in an area and some players over in another area to get that lighting. But then there might be times where you're using the camera to like get lighting data about what's near the player, or do like a video camera, and it would just be really weird if it had different lighting. I think I'm actually going to do it per camera. That seems to make the most sense, and you'll probably I think there would be ways around it if you run into issues with that. I'm just worried I'm going to have issues with execute and edit mode and keeping track of this list. We'll see. Alright, so here's our sphere light. Maybe I'll make the scale magnitude. So then in the cartoon render pipeline, camera relative properties, so this is where we'll go through and we will load the sphere lights. And I also am thinking I might add an option to limit the number of sphere lights. I might have already added that to the asset. Yeah, max sphere lights. Alright, so I actually need to set this part of the lighting data
to have 0 sphere lights, so I think that's under Y. But now, this is the kind of difficult part. We need to sort the sphere lights based off their importance to the camera. So right now, I think I'm just going to load in all the sphere lights because we only have one. I actually put a note in the inspector here under the cartoon sphere light. Unity add note to inspector. I swear there's a way to do this. Header attribute. Radius is set via transform scale X. Nice. Yeah, this header seems to do what I want. Alright, nice. So that should load in the lighting data. And now we simply loop through and apply the sphere lights. And I'll probably end up adding this as a define, just for optimization. Hey, said who? How are you doing? It's been a while.
I'm doing alright. Good to hear you're good. It's been months. I'm not sure if comparing this integer to float is gonna fly in shaders. Yeah, it's just like simple repetitive techno. Index is outside the bounds of the array. This is not looking good. Oh god. Oh yeah. I gotta restart the editor for it to reallocate these shader buffers. Gonna make a Windows install. Get a Ryzen CPU and an NVMe SSD. Oh my god. That's really good, dude. Nice. Yeah, man, I keep going. I love Linux, but like, there's stuff like Unity. Dude, Unity barely functions on Windows. It doesn't even work on Linux. It sucks. I wish it worked on Linux, but here I am on Windows. Haven't been able to test. It's the ADATA XPG. That sounds very nice. Old Mobile is not too bad, just the best CPU I can get on there is the 7700K. Oh hey, 77 AEM. Oh damn, you had an i3? So wait, I'm guessing you got a completely new PC then. You're not using the NVMe SSD on your old Mobo, are you? You can unlock locked CPUs and do base clock overclocking. Hearing about the New World bricking CPUs kind of scared me from overclocking again. Got a new Mobo, nice. I switched from i3 to 2020 to Ryzen in 2020. Very happy about it. Yeah, that sounds it's like going from like low level gear in a game to high level gear, and you just like feel the difference. It's like going from a Honda Civic to a Ferrari. I don't know, man. Civics can go. Alright, I have my lighting function right here, so all I need to do is actually process the lighting data now. Let me think. So, calculate the difference from the world position. Index equals 13 plus I times 2? Yeah. Probably gonna reuse my Mobo, buy it a used 7700K because it actually has a really cool Mobo.
That i3 was very hard killed by the Intel bug. I used it from 2016. It becomes so slow in the end. Really? Like it actually, like the bugs actually damaged it over time? Mobile has many features and good software. Reuse my mobile, buy the used 7700K. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it still has tons of use. I have a feeling this dynamic indexing is going to throw errors, but we'll see. So light position, all difference, deer, I have the direction different. Wait, so dot product of this, so maybe I'm actually thinking if I just want to normalize this separately, or if I want to calculate the length and then divide by... I wonder if calling normalize will be faster than doing the normalization myself. I feel like calling normalize will be faster, but... One thing with AMD, you can overclock any CPU. I thought you could overclock any CPU, but whether or not it works and doesn't break is another question. Intel kernel side software patches against vulnerabilities. Oh, and that just slows it down. And the Intel G3258 is my first CPU. I ordered in parts. Ooh. Like in 2016, you only needed a Pentium G3258 and GTX 750. Wasn't 4K already a thing in 2016? I feel like 4K has been a thing forever, and there's still like very few things that actually run very well in 4K. Is this L difference? I can't remember. Let me look at the full code here. I took this from is it towards the camera? And lights at the center. Wait, so is this going the other way? .xyz versus LDIR. LDIR is flipped. Okay, yeah, it's going the other way. Alright. If dot product does not equal 0, LDIF times 1 divided by square root. So there's our manual normalization. It was expensive, wasn't it? Oh yeah, still. You need like an R9 Fury or a Titan X. Or two R9s. I remember overclocking Pentium 4 from 2.8 to 4.8 gigahertz on default cooler. I did it after I got new C2 Duo, but on 4.8 gigahertz that P4 was working perfectly fine. Only on 5 gigahertz it randomly freezes. I bet that was actually like damaging transistors. Find it crazy when overclockers delid and have the cooler right on the die. I thought that like
Yeah, I thought like thermal paste is like absolutely the best thing. Like I thought there was a reason that like you literally always have thermal paste directly against the surface. I might be wrong. Alright, so then we do the attenuation. Oh, I'm actually going to need to do radius times radius. Oh my god, I'm so close to getting this working. I think it will not work for long on 4.8. I used only for one day, then just used new PC with Core 2 Duo. Yeah, that's fun to do though, where you're just like, well, I don't need this anymore, let's experiment for science. It's like when you run off a cliff in a video game. The Pentium G3 258 Anniversary Edition, I could overclock from 3.2 gigahertz or something to 4.7 gigahertz. Wow. I talk about this a lot, but like, I literally don't feel like I need high-end hardware. Like, I look at my task manager a whole bunch, and it's never at 100%. You know when it's at 100%? When I'm running Unity's shader compiler. And I bet if I had like 32 cores and like 64 gigabytes of RAM, that would still be at 100% CPU. Because it's just fucking Unity. It's just like the situations where I like the situations where I would need that insane processing, it's like such badly designed software in the first place. With Ryzen, it was 2% at most. Most modern apps hit memory speed limit much more often than CPU speed. Yeah, that's the thing that I've thought, is that RAM access is the main thing. So that has radius squared now, so x.w. Oh, I'm dividing by. So actually, this is going to be 1 divided by radius times radius. dp times that, and then the square root. Alright, there we go. So I'm copying this code up here, but kind of applying it with this new uniform data. With the new Ryzen chips, memory speed and bandwidth got so much more important. I mean, for gaming, you don't need a high-end modern chip. That's my thing, is like, I've noticed that the games that are like so slow that I need a faster computer, in that case, it's still slow on a faster computer because the software just sucks. It's sad, but I gotta be honest, I think the basic things like web browsing, like there's the joke of, oh, I got this new insanely powerful PC and all I do is browse the web and watch videos. But I legit feel like one of the best feelings in it is just having stuff like a web browser just open up super quickly. Or like never delay. Oh my god, I think that's it. So then just multiply. Wait, what am I missing here? Attenuation scale. Oh man, attenuation scale might actually have issues being applied here now that I think about it. So I can apply the color here. Attenuation scale. I would either apply... You know what? Attenuation scale is stupid. It's going to have the exact same effect as increasing the brightness. Wait. I'm just thinking, what happens when this gets below 1? This gets very, very bright, doesn't it? I actually think I have an error here. Like where this divides the length. So multiplying this to a higher value will just have the same thing as scaling this, which is the brightness. So you don't need it, to be honest. If you're writing C from scratch and that's all you do, it's pretty much pointless. Even if you work on games like high-end last-gen CPUs is a good choice. I prefer to have old LGA 1151 Mobo with good software, sound card, overclocking capability, etc. than cheap AM4 Mobo I got with right now with Ryzen. Oh shit. I've heard some like bad things about cheap Mobos, and that like if your Mobo fails, it can break other components. I saw a clip of Big Stream with NVMe, best to best PC, where Windows boot for 0.5 seconds, but application that streamer used the most, default Windows audio device control this upload for 5 seconds. Yeah, that's the epitome of modern software. Even this Mobo can't power all my fans and USB ports for some reason. I just prefer the old. Wow, it can't power all the fans. That's actually, I kind of feel for that. I ran into similar issues like that with VR, where it's like it says that it's rated to a certain voltage or whatever, or certain wattage, but maybe whatever it is about the USB controller system or what. But so let me think about this. When the distance to the light. Okay, wait. Let me just look at this again. LDIR, LDIF. So if the distance is smaller than 1, like 0.1, this is going to explode to a high value of like 10.
So I guess do min 1. I'm just thinking the radius here would be nearly the same thing as attenuation scale. Yeah, so I actually can't justify doing attenuation scale, because if you do a multiplier here or change the divider, it's the same thing as just changing this multiplier value, which ends up going through to the lighting multiplier. Like, you can just get a similar effect by making the light brighter. So I guess I'm not going to do attenuation scale. I don't know, I guess I'll mess around with that. Okay, let's see if the light even works. Oh my god, we have a light. Here we go, so let's get rid of our directional light. Get rid of the ambient lighting. Alright. Here's our light. I think there's something busted about it. It doesn't look like it's attenuating correctly. Am I missing something? So this is in linear, where gamma correct is applied. Light intensity. Oh my god, I didn't multiply by the attenuation. Of course. It does. It looks like the attenuation's wrong. Wow. Alright, so what was the this square root of the attenuation. Okay. And then multiply that by the attenuation. Okay. And then I'm going to multiply the color here by the 0.15. Oh my god, is it going to work? Hail the Lord. We've got a sphere light. Except seems like something's wrong. Once again. The umbra or whatever it's called isn't changing. I wonder if I got something else wrong, or it actually almost seems like the light radius isn't really having that much effect for whatever reason. Intensity times 1.5 times this times attenuation. Oh my god, I did min instead of max. I think I'm gonna finish soon, because I'm getting way too tired for this. It's working though. Oh my god, it's working. So this is so nice. I actually haven't seen this really in engines much before, but this has, what is this called? Is this called Umbra or Penumbra? Umbra lighting. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's basically like the darker area. So like, when you have a large light like this, because the light is like far around, it basically like puts light all over. I don't know how to explain it. But then if you have a small light that's very bright, it creates a very sharp light like this. That makes sense? So it's actually really interesting. Like, you actually get somewhat of like a cartoonish look. Oh my god, I'm so happy. So there we go. That's the lighting. That's actually the main part of the cartoon lighting system. So let me see. Let me try adding attenuation scale. I don't think it's really gonna... Yeah, I'm not gonna add attenuation scale, because I'd have to like do it before and after max here. But it would maybe change the inside of the light. But, oh my god. Feels so good to finally have... What I'm really excited for isn't just this lighting system, but the shader programming in here is just so nice. Like, basically working with all of my own code, that I know what's actually happening, so when I... Like, okay, you know what? The best thing I can do is I can just bring up code to show this. So this is my standard shader for the cartoon render pipeline. There's literally a pre-provided output surface function where you feed in the world position, the world normal, your surface color, and like emission data, like the surface data. And it automatically computes all the stuff like fog and lighting. And you can compute, it has separate functions for like if I ever want to do volumetric fog or God rays, I can sample the directional light. All these functions documented. Explains what all the variables are in a big list. It's all there. Oh my god. So basically it's just like I can just go and make graphics effects and write shaders that are just like, so that, okay, to realize how nice this shader looks, we need to go and look at the universal render pipeline shaders. We need to go and look at Unity shaders. So if you go and you look at the standard lit shader here for the universal render pipeline, first thing you'll notice is that there's actually no shader code. It's all just Pragma defines. So they actually don't have shader code in their standard shader. It actually, it's a links to a define. So then if you actually go into the lit forward pass, you'll see here that actually links to another shader called that has the lighting functions called Universal Fragment PBR. So that, I gotta be honest, like, oh my god, going through all these shaders is ridiculously difficult. But that's basically like the whole point, is that it's way too difficult to write shaders for Unity's built-in pipelines like the Universal Render pipeline. And if you go and look at like their actual lighting code here, it is fairly documented, but at the same time it's insanely difficult to use.
and basically, like, the code is just obfuscated. It's not good. So this system of just having built-in lighting and all this stuff that you can just understand, oh my god, it's so nice. Alright, so I'm just thinking, like, is there anything else? So there's a few things I want to do for the post-processing system that I need to fix up, and I might do like a test post-processing effect to fix this up, but I actually think this render pipeline is basically ready. I should just check for some errors. Also, I feel like this could be optimized a bit more, but whatever. I'm just gonna run this just to see if we get errors. Hail the Lord! Hail the Lord! No console errors. No console errors. We did it. We wrote code that doesn't cause errors in the console. That's all I ask. Alright. I'm really happy with this. This is like this is the main part of the render pipeline done. Like if anyone saw the other day, I put in like fog and stuff. Oh yeah, it's depth fog. It's kind of hard to see. Not volumetric. In a way, I guess it's volumetric. You can see here. Yeah, you need box to see it or something like that. It's really good for stuff like oceans, though. Like if you go under an ocean, you basically do this fog as your ocean plane, and then this is like basically how you tint things blue when you're under the ocean. But then you can have like different fog for above the surface. It's, yeah, basically all designed to just be really nice to use. And it's like, it's also supposed to be not too complicated, like just sort of the essentials you would need for games. So hopefully gonna finish it tomorrow, and actually I'm thinking about what type of game I want to build. I might do a game jam. I love doing game jams. They're also so good for practicing game development. But at the same time, I feel like actually trying to make a little fun first-person shooter or something. We'll see. Anyways, I'm very tired. I'm gonna finish my development for tonight. Good night to everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I think we're getting to the end of this custom render pipeline development, which makes me very excited. It's not the worst, but I don't necessarily like going and learning obtuse Unity APIs that I'm probably only going to use this once or few times. But the end result I think is going to be really nice. Just a really nice, fast and simple lighting and rendering system. Alright, good night everyone. Thanks for stopping by and watching. See you around. I hope you have a good one.